Another guy who's had an impact.
You know, with Foy and Lowry, as you mentioned, I mean, they played together at the same time for Villanova. It was one of the best backcourts they've ever had.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. And the Jayhawks making a change here. Terry's checked in. Morris checked in for Villanova. Here's Cooper. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. Really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Shots good by Miller.
And that Villanova team with Foy and Lowry was great. The grit and toughness that they both still play with in the NBA today, born at Villanova. And in general, the Wildcat players are some of the toughest mentally around.
He dishes it to Beal. Here's Cooper. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move, and let's pass up a good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
So both teams making some changes here. Kansas trails by 6. Kicks it to Daniels. To the middle. Freak. And he uses the glass on the layup. Freak's got 7.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Here is Gaines. Goes up on the wing. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
So on the floor for Villanova, they've got Jones. Foster is out there with Clarkson. And it's Gaines in at the point guard position. Here's Freak. Rebounded by Moore. Villanova leading by 4.
And you said it. I mean, the Jayhawks have won for a really long time. 3 college titles for them. The first one coming in 1952, the others in 88 and 2008.
Misses off the left iron.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
Freak, he's in at the 4 spot. He's out there with Oubre, and it's Lee in at the 1 spot. And for Villanova, they've got Cooper. Miller is out there with Bryant, and it's Beal in at the point. Oubre with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts. And the Villanova Wildcats have had a recent surge in their program over the past decade. Since about 2005, they have been a consistent presence in the tournament and also have won a few conference titles.
The shot by Bryant, no good.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the wing is probably not the best option on that shot.
And it's Freak missing.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with him. It's a tough day so far.
Passes it to Bryant. Beyond the arc. And good on the basket. Book it. Bryant's got the lead up to 6 now for Villanova.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Lee. And it's 9 points for Freak.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Shot is no good. Villanova goes the other way with it. Left side, Bryant. Now the pass to Cooper. Now here's Beal. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And out of bounds as Villanova gains possession. A platoon swap here for Kansas. Kansas trails by 9. Freak, he's in at power forward. He's out there with Oubre, and it's Duncan in at the shooting guard position. Over to the wing. Shot from 12, and that one's good. Freak.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
And, Greg, you know how it is. Sometimes it only takes 1 or 2 baskets to get things going. Maybe we're getting ready to pump a little life into this one.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Villanova.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
Beal's checked in for McAdoo. Oubre kicks it to Gaines. And a wide open look for Freak. The basket is good. The assist from Gaines. And that's 13 points for Freak. Villanova leading by 6.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Shot from the top of the key. Villanova grabs the miss.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
From deep. No good.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Villanova.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
Beal, the pass to Miller. Here's Cooper. The teardrop falls in. And now it's a 12-point Villanova lead.
And that's the dagger right there, really the nail in the coffin.
I'd agree. I mean, they've done a great job of sealing this one, closing it out. And they never backed off, even with the big lead. I love to see teams do that.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Now Beal, and a foul called on Freak. And that'll be it. Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks taking on the UConn Huskies.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Freak in at power forward. He's out there with Oubre, and it's Duncan in at the shooting guard.
And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Splitter, that's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Lee dishes to Freak. Drills the three-pointer. Freak's got 5. Here is Day. Splitter sets a screen. Off the pick. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Out to the right wing. Here's Freak. And that's going to be a travel. And the Huskies going with a whole new group out there. The Huskies leading by 3. And it's Splitter in at the 5 spot. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And for Kansas, Freak, he's in at center. Frazier is out there with Oubre, and it's Jenkins in a 2-guard. Posey. The shot's good. Jennings making the play.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And one thing about UConn that has been true all throughout their rise as a power, they have always played solid defense. It's something the program really hammers home.
What handle? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
Kansas trails by 6. Lee kicks to Freak. There's the triple, and he gets it to go. Freak's got 11. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the half. And Greg, you mentioned UConn moments ago in their defensive pride. Some great defenders, Clark, have come out of that school.
Yeah, you look at Emeka Okafor and Hasheem Thabit. Both were dominating rim protectors. And even their guards and swingmen get after you defensively.
He's not doing his team any good by taking shots from that range.
And, Greg, typically that kind of play comes back to haunt you because it really makes your teammates reluctant to make the pass to you if you're open.
Splitter, that's good.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. Master it.
The Huskies leading by 5. The drive by Jennings.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Huskies.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Boy, how about the Huskies and the success they found in the tournament over the years? I mean, 4 titles for that program and all, with the first coming in 90.
And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And guys, without a doubt, it's been a rough go so far here for Freak and his team. They just can't find anything to capitalize on consistently thus far.
And, Greg, I'm anticipating plenty of adjustments from the coach. But I tell you what, when it comes down to what happens in the second half, it's about the players executing. A few quick baskets right out of the gate, and it's anybody's game.
They've got Martin, and it's Day in at the point. And for Kansas, Freak in at the 4 spot. He's out there with Oubre, and it's Lee in at the point. Martin, a chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Shot from 12, and it's off the back rim, no good. The Huskies leading by 8. Splitter sets a screen. Joseph with the ball. Now defended by Oubre. Some changes for Kansas. Dedmon's checked in, and Daniels subbed in for Duncan. Here is Day. Covered by Lee. Free throw line jump shot. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
The Huskies shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Splitter at the line for 2.
And that one falls for Splitter. And Splitter drops them both. And so here's Kansas, trailing by 10. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Freak. And the Jayhawks... again can't hit.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here is Day. Covered by Lee. Joseph the pass to Day. He feeds it to Splitter. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Splitter's got 12 in the game.
No hesitation when he saw the space the D was giving him. That's 2.
High post try, and it's Freak missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Kansas trails by 12. Lee kicks to Daniels. He dishes it to Freak.
Well, take a look at the numbers for Freak. He has 11 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this.
The Jayhawks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. For the Huskies, Sims is checked in, and it's Reed in for Joseph. Second free throw, no good. The Huskies leading by 12. Pass to Jennings. Calderon against Reed. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
And it's Freak missing.
This second half has been a tough one for Freak. Every bad bounce has happened